this lecture, I want to talk about towered and untowered airports. On a sectional chart, we know if an airport is towered or untowered by the color of the airport icon. If the color of the icon is blue, the airport has an operating control tower. If the color of the airport icon is magenta, the airport does not have a control tower. Let's talk about towered airports for a bit. Air traffic control, those folks that live up in the towers, they are responsible for providing the safe, orderly, and expeditious flow of air traffic at airports where the type of operations and/or volume of traffic requires such a service. So you're not going to have air traffic control at all airports, but at the airports that need it, they'll be there. Manned aircraft pilots operating from a towered airport are required to maintain two-way radio communication with air traffic controllers and to acknowledge and comply with their instructions. Pilots must advise air traffic control if they cannot comply with the instructions issued and request amended instructions. So there's communication back and forth between manned aircraft pilots and air traffic control. A pilot may deviate from an air traffic instruction in an emergency, but must advise air traffic control of the deviation as soon as possible. A non-towered airport does not have an operating control tower. You may be surprised to know that the vast majority of U.S. airports are non-towered. About 20,000 of them, in fact, compared to about 500 towered airports. Although two-way radio communication is not required, it is recommended for manned aircraft pilots to self-announce their intentions on the specified frequency for the benefit of other traffic, other aircraft operations in the area. So the key to communicating at an airport without an operating control tower is selection of the correct common radio frequency. We're going to talk more about this in our radio communication procedures lecture, but one of the reasons that some remote pilots in command like to buy VHF radios is to be able to tune into the local frequency, to listen up and to gain stronger situational awareness of manned aircraft traffic in the area. Again, in a future lecture, we'll talk about why buying a radio, it's not necessary, but it's something that a lot of pilots do for stronger situational awareness. All right, we'll see you in the next lecture.